Previously on Cyberpunk Edge of Extinction.
Double sixes.
You grab his grenade launcher arm and twist it and break it. You are worthy opponent, but I have bad news for you. You have Militech company.
We have to get out of here. Poltergeist, let's go.
You hear assess for additional targets. Make your roll now.
Fail.
What is she doing up there? Poltergeist, join us down here.
Roll to beat this thing in your brain. One more round before you're going to open fire on it, Poltergeist. Try to make a rational choice here. This is going to be bad if you don't ever get a hold of it. Okay.
We did it.
Yay.
The image of Red Ghost in his chair kind of fades. In your mind, you were a young girl, and you suddenly are back in your normal body. In a big... Get in, losers.
Losers first.
Welcome to Infinite Sided Dice, where we tell stories and the dice decide our fate. Thank you for joining us on this week's episode of Cyberpunk Edge of Extinction. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Today we rejoin our crew back at a grim scene at Knockouts, made slightly less grim by the presence of the crew. Roach recovering recovering in cryo overnight. Chino, a friendly face, swung by with his tow truck and dropped off the Roach coach. And that's how we ended the night. Was there anything else you wanted to get done that night, or we can just...
Other than looking through the van to see if everything was there?
Yeah, van looked from your eye mostly intact. You were in there before. I mean, you're brain dancing. I don't know if you came out of that or not.
I did not.
Yeah.
Most importantly is the original brain dance in there.
Make a... let's go with conceal reveal object.
Do we see him zonk out with the brain dance?
Yeah, I mean, he
Does
sits down on a couch and slots a chip and kind of zones out. Like, his eyes are closed and...
I've got nothing in this, so let's see.
My time is my time.
10.
Just a 10?
10 for conceal reveal.
You remember him saying it was in one of the machines, but you're kind of looking at them all and you're like, it's classic, like, Cyberpunk van. Like, you open it up and there's, like, it looks, to our eyes, would be like old VCR decks and, like, crazy, there's wires and, like, little monitors and oscilloscopes and all kinds of, like, just tech mumbo jumbo. And you're like...
Did I watch him make the copy?
You weren't there.
I wasn't there. Okay,
yeah.
Great. I didn't remember.
Yeah. That was just Loren's little mission.
Okay.
So you don't actually see the one you're looking for. But that's not to say it's not there. Just to say you're out of your depth a little bit. Okay. The night passes more or less uneventfully. So we're on to a new day, which means it resets your opportunity to get speed heal, which is maybe important.
Okay. That's great.
You get a few hit points back for sleeping it off.
By a few, you mean
I think just one for a good night's rest. If you took a full day of downtime, you get more than that. But you're still pretty okay?
Yeah.
Okay. And keep in mind your armor is ablated unless you do something about that.
It's true.
Oh, I have my...
Your cool
Yes, of course.
Your cool little thing.
Who gets to use it? Because you could use it. It takes a certain amount of time, right?
Yeah. Your armor is... I think your armor is more bladed.
I'm ablated by 1.
Yeah, what's yours?
I think also 1.
Oh.
So choose your favorite. Flip a coin, roll a die.
Flip a coin? No, I'll give it to Poltergeist again. Because this is a fluke. Ricky never gets hit.
That's true.
It's interesting. You both only got hit once in that whole fight.
Yeah. You were rolling real bad.
That's just nuts.
That's true. That's true.
That's just nuts.
And I was
Pol-
rolling good evasion.
Yeah.
So
I thought for sure we were going to run away and leave him alive.
Yeah, me too.
never.
Yeah, but...
No survivors.
No
yeah.
survivors, she says. Okay.
Yeah. Not with Poltergeist in your room.
Melanie hits you up. Shitwrecked.
Yeah.
Rosemary pulled an all-nighter. I have something for you. If I can come to you, or you can come to me.
Probably best if you come to me. Don't want to put any more heat on your headquarters.
Good thinking. Okay. We'll see you after breakfast.
Sounds good.
I let Loren and Roach know that the van is in the alley. It's pretty well hidden, but it's not completely hidden to go through it as soon as they can.
Yeah. Roach stumbles out into the alley and like, my baby, and he like hugs the front end of his car. The door ripped off, the bullet holes all over the side of it.
Armor piercing bullets.
Yeah, you spray them down with AP rounds. But he gets in there and he's like kind of rifling through all the tech, and it's like he's like, it looks pretty intact. I should be able to do. What are we doing?
Do you have the capabilities or the know-how to pull images from a brain dance?
Yeah, it's a little rough and time-consuming. Basically, we would scrabble through. There's like 50 frames per second. So we'd have to find what the part you're looking for, and each frame is a shitload of data. So,
Would I be able to recall how many seconds into it that screen is?
we could certainly take a guess.
Well, shouldn't we see what that danger gal found?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe she was doing that last night.
It's very true. He's just...
Oh, did you leave that copy of the Braindance with DG, or did you guys take it?
I thought we took it.
Yeah, I didn't think you were going to leave it
Never
with
mind.
them.
Don't listen to me.
Yeah, Suvi was like, I don't really have the tech for it.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's like, I guess I do owe you my life. It's just gonna take this is gonna take an hour, man.
Oh no, not an hour. What else are you going to be doing, Roach?
Yeah, I mean, you're pretty fucked up. It's a good thing to do while you're resting.
You need to lay low in case anyone else is after you.
Right.
So we can't have you out.
He pulls one of the monitors and another unit, and he makes a couple trips and like sets up on the kitchen dinette like a little screen and a little rig for him to sort of go through. And you see it's like it just kind of like each screen loads in like pretty slow, but you're able to give them a pretty good head start on you want to go later in the program. So
trying to grab the image of the computer.
And like maybe 30% of the time the images like don't load right, and they're just like totally digital moshed or whatever, and then he has to clean them up. And so this is like it's a process, but eventually you get to where that thing you suspect is the reason that they're looking for this, and you are able to get a freeze frame of one set of data. It occurs to you that that the data was actually scrolling when you were in there. So you had like a second and a half as the thing goes by, but he's able to get a pretty clean image of one screen of that data.
Okay.
So I give you that.
Okay.
And you all look at it and go, well, I still don't know what the fuck that is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's something we can show to the gals.
The girls. Okay.
So he finishes doing that,
Mm-hmm.
and I go,
What? What is this?
you said I could,
Oh, I owe you. Here. And he takes you back to the van and pulls open a drawer. And he's like, I guess take your pick.
which ones are the calm family stuff?
Oh, family, here. I forgot. He opens a different drawer and he's like, this section here is probably what you're looking for.
Yeah. And I take one, I look, and then I go to take another.
He's fine.
And I take two, and I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're getting paid. Okay. Is anything else before Danger Gal gets here that you want to talk about or do?
Yeah. What are the chances your dad sees this image and it jars something loose?
I don't think it works like that.
All right. Okay. Wish I knew how it worked. But, all right. No.
Yeah.
Just hang out and wait for Mel.
Okay. Mel shows up in a less conspicuous car and is accompanied by Suvi again. That would make sense. They'd bring their tech netrunner along for this kind of excursion. And they pop in. How was your guys' night?
Thankfully, uneventful.
A lot better than our afternoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys, looks like you guys might have a pretty big target on your back, but so do we. So, down to business?
Yeah.
Has this place got coffee?
Does it?
Probably. I go
Tiny.
and I find the instant coffee, the shitty coffee we all drink.
Tiny's like, I got it. And then he starts getting
Thanks, Tiny.
getting coffee made for everybody. Okay, so we'll start with what you suspected or knew and work our way out. Our grizzly friend is a known operative for Silvoil. We can confirm that. He, believe it or not, is their covert ops.
I look at the Rostovic in the corner like
Real
they've got
covert.
a interesting definition of covert.
And Rose had to do some digging. They have at least one other unit in Night City. I should say 2. Grizzly, this might be the bad news. He has 2 brothers, twins, Polar and Kodiak.
Family with a theme.
Well...
And we think those are the 2 that are also here.
Well, we know they got their feet on U.S. soil 3 weeks ago. We have footage of them entering. They came in via boat.
3 weeks ago. I wonder why they let Grizzly off on his own then.
Well, like I said, he's the covert one.
I see.
Can only imagine how boisterous the other 2 are then.
Yeah, not known for their subtlety.
I'm guessing they're just going to roll down the middle of the street in tanks? If we're matching covert with overt.
If the data we have on them is true, they don't need tanks. Just a couple borged out behemoths. Not looking forward to running into these dudes in the street. But I think you are already on the right track. We meet them on our terms?
Yeah.
Would just my Night City knowledge that the police wouldn't do anything about Russians being here, right? That Militech could be in charge of getting them out? Because it's like their turf,
yeah,
kind of?
it's complicated, but
Gotcha.
More or less the police are more about trying to maintain street level safety of citizens. Like corporate infighting is so above their capabilities, like their pay grade, that only like really crazy cops would
Right.
even try.
I have the number of the lady that got my dad out, right? And she's Militech, right?
Yeah, so Manji is the person that pulled Poltergeist out
If Manji's still alive.
and dropped off your dad. Yeah. So info on her is limited to that for now, but you could certainly find out more. As far as getting a hold of her, I don't know if that's super within your capability.
Well, because wasn't she who I... Oh, no, that was Rhonda. I was
Yeah,
messaging with.
she worked for
She worked
Rhonda.
for-
Rhonda messaged you, and then Manji just showed up and dropped off your dude. Your dad. Your dude.
My dude.
Your dad, dude.
Dud, more like. Whoa! Got him! Okay, so never mind. I was like... Okay, well...
That's another thread you can certainly pull on, though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that is helpful, though, for corporate infighting, you know.
One problem at a time.
Yeah. No, but like you're saying, using them against each other, we could let Militech know that these guys are around as an option.
What do you think about that, Mel?
Tipping Militech on the Sovoil operatives. It's not the worst plan. They did respond pretty quick when Grizzly made a ruckus in the street. Although that also would sort of tip. I don't know.
What if?
There might be a way to play this a little closer to the chest.
Sure. Another option, which might be an even worse idea instead of a better one, would be me using my sources to leak photos of Grizzly or his ID into the media world.
Sure. Plaster the face of some flatline mook all over Studio 54, but what does that get us?
Just puts the public in the awareness that there's Russians around, causes a stir, causes a ruckus, maybe random people start hunting them. I don't know.
Might get a whole lot of people killed if that happens.
True. But also it would be an indirect way of informing Militech.
Fair.
That could, I mean, we'd be tipping our hand.
Yeah.
So
Again, not saying these are
that,
good options, just saying they're ones I have.
No, I'm saying, but if we did tip our hand, we would want it to be, something very effective. If we think that's very effective, it's fine. We're going to have to tip our hand at some point, right? In order to get the ball rolling here.
Speaking of tipping our hand, do you care to share the information we talked about last night with the lovely Danger Gals?
Gee, sure. I was waiting till we got off the one topic, but thanks for moving us along.
just saying,
What would we
I
do
should
without you,
inform
Poltergeist?
I was reading where you were going.
All right.
Information.
Yeah, there's one more piece of this puzzle that you are, you deserve to know, being involved. And that is that this all, in fact, started when I was visited by Gene from across the sea, ocean, however he put it.
Mm-hmm.
And he basically pinned me into a corner into getting my dad out of jail so they could use whatever's in his brain, which I believe is related to whatever is on this brain dance.
Who's your dad?
The worst.
Her dad couldn't be the worst.
Well, yeah, my dad's Edgar Perea from the corporations he worked for.
Okay.
Akari.
I always want to say Arasaka, and I'm like, that's not right.
Well, it is right.
It is, yeah.
Okay, so your dad was in middle management for Arasaka. That doesn't make him the worst, but it doesn't make him the best. But Gene, do you have a spelling on that?
Yes, I do, actually, because he left me his card, probably. J-I-N.
Okay.
There will be a pop quiz later. All NPC spellings.
She, you see, like, actually, Suvi is on their agent, like, sending and receiving stuff. You get the impression that they have a network of people that are doing things for them. So every time you tell them something, they maybe know more or less than they're letting on, but that there's stuff going on behind the scenes. Okay. So,
What I can tell you, because it's all he told me, aside from the threats, was that they wanted the information my father had. They're at odds with Militech. It was important research. And we know from my dad that he was in a very hush-hush department where they messed with their brains, so they couldn't all, no one in his department knew what the other one was doing, so they couldn't actually figure out what they were creating.
oh, this is what you were asking about.
Yeah.
Well, sounds like some corporate security stuff. Do we know anyone that, some kind of genius with brains and cyberware or anything?
To figure out what's in his
I
head.
think it's above our pay grade to go monkeying around in someone's brain. Anyway, did you have any luck pulling images from that brain dance?
Got one.
Okay. Yeah, I guess if you share it and Suvi looks at it.
Yeah.
Let me see. Because you're on the topic, she looks at it, and you see that it's like two sets of data on either side, and it's mostly just numbers, but they're like connected by little pathways, and it kind of, at first when you look at it, it almost looks like if you squint, it looks like lungs almost, like two sort of whatever. And Suvi goes, well, this could be neural pathways. This could be the image of a brain with really specifically identified neural pathways. It's I'm no biotechnica expert or anything.
It could be.
So what they want is the
how
technology on how to
unlock your dad's brain.
So this is the key to your dad's brain. Maybe. Potentially.
Or anyone from Akari who's still around.
Well,
Well, I don't think they're going to start a corporate war over a little bit of brain-severing amnesia. That seems pretty run-of-the-mill. There must be more to it.
Well, Jean, I'm going to assume Jean knows how to do it already because they were working with my dad. So he just wants the full info because so many people died or in jail that he needs to unlock it all in one man. Militech, who coveted this information, is on the other side trying to figure out, or maybe they just want to know how you lock people's brains up like that. I don't...
Hey, GM, I have a question.
Sure.
So, the aftermath of season 1, they had the information. Akari had the info, or of how to, or whatever.
What you know is, so Akari, by hostile means, let's do a little history lesson for Cyberpunk Edge of Extinction.
I'm listening.
By hostile means, destroyed Zachary Harmon's company, Omega
Tech.
Yeah, Omega Tech, yep.
And when they did that, they seized all of Omega Tech's assets. And the data that came out during the end of season 2 was that Akari had, they had all of Omega Tech's research and what they were working on and all of Zach Harmon's stuff, but they didn't have Zach Harmon, who later became Red Ghost.
Yep.
And he was, he's a prodigy, a super genius of, in his field. So they weren't actually able to make heads or tails of it for a long time. They had departments working on it. When Akari was ended by you guys, Militech was the corporation, right, that runs the prisons where all of these Akari execs were moved. So that's how Nautica's dad ended up in prison, in the Militech prison. Militech then, at that point, had access to a bunch of Akari stuff, but Arasaka already had it because Arasaka was Akari.
Yeah.
So Arasaka's pissed because Akari was working on a thing and was close to finishing a thing, and that thing was being researched by people who now you've realized apparently have had their
Brain severed.
Yeah, their brains severed
Yeah.
in an effort to secure the information so well that no matter what, even Militech seizing all these people wouldn't be able to get it.
Yeah. So my original question was how public was the info, but it seems like it's not at all, and Militech has been trying very hard to work on it.
Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah, and so, yeah, exactly. Okay. So Militech, as far as you know, would be very interested in the research of Akari. They did clandestine weapons development and all kinds of nasty stuff.
Can I recall anything that like my grandpa had talked about, like Red Ghost had alluded to this being an issue before? Was this relevant? Was this irrelevant to him? Like stuff like this, anything of the sort.
So, yeah. You know that you've spent your entire life training and executing missions for your grandfather with the singular purpose of destroying all of his life's work. You know that he wouldn't talk directly about what it was, but that he spoke of it as if he had unleashed the new atom bomb.
Right. Classic Netrunner shit.
Yeah. He would often, when asked about it, he would change the subject frequently. But you knew without a doubt that his number one priority was always the destruction of Akari. And you know that too, Ricky, because of... and now, I would say, from Ricky's perspective, it almost feels more like a revenge mission because it was his life's work in Omega Tech that was destroyed by Akari. But what you might add to that, Poltergeist, is that Red Ghost felt a debt to humanity, like his life's work. Very specifically, he told you, my entire existence is based on destroying my life's work and unringing the bell that I have rung. A lot of those memories are also kind of locked away in some trauma.
And this is the thing. This is the thing that got my parents killed. This is the thing that got Omega attacked by Akari. Right? Yeah. So.
Yep. But you don't know what it is yet.
I don't know what it is.
And we don't know how Akari found out about what Omega Tech was doing, right?
That's ancient history, yeah. Okay. That I don't think Omega Tech was particularly clandestine about their research and things. They were just an upstart corporation that was starting to gain ground. Didn't have any of the major corp backings. It was just basically built on the back of Zachary Harmon's genius.
Got it.
And he attracted all these people to his vision. And he was very, prior to, when he was a young man, I don't know if you might have known him just barely as a young child.
Or about him as a young child.
Yeah. He was a very charismatic, life of the party, smartest person in the room always, and people they loved his brain and his research, but they also loved him as a person, and that was how he was able to build this really amazing thing. But you do know that his area of specialty of expertise was the human brain, and if there was anything, let's roll. What does Ricky remember?
If one thing always, if there's one thing that stood out to me was that, that young, was that he was one of the few corp types who was trying to do more good than make money. Mm-hmm. You know,
deduction.
Yeah.
Skill.
Sure, but, you can. Yeah, it's like deduction or.
Yeah, I feel like deduction makes the most sense.
That's fine. Any kind of stat.
Let me see if there's something I might actually not suck at that I could use.
Just don't roll a 1 again.
I know. It doesn't matter if I suck at it if I roll a 1. Okay. nothing. It wouldn't be streetwise, right? Or
No.
would have to be
Flattened.
And it's not concentration, like I'm focusing on my memory. So then let's go with just deduction.
Yeah, just roll D10 plus intelligence or plus deduction.
Yep. Yep. It's just a +6.
That's not bad.
Unless you roll a 2.
So
8.
A lot of your memories about your parents are kind of locked up behind the trauma of losing them so young. But you remember your mom saying, when you asked, what do you do at work, right? And her explaining it as if to a child was, when people need, especially ex-soldiers need lots of mechanical parts to live, a lot of times their brains can't handle it. And what we're doing is we're trying to re-engineer the human mind so that they'll be able to live like normal people no matter how much cyberware they need. There's a lot of sick soldiers out there that need our help. And that's what you remember her saying.
It's a cure for cyberpsychosis. Or at least research in that direction.
Absolute prevention of cyberpsychosis possible.
Or prevention. God, I'm not putting this together. It's all connected.
Are you guys sharing this with the group at all, or when we sort of went into like GM flashback?
Yeah. I'm just gonna. Something flashes as I'm starting to remember a bunch of stuff, and it's like, I'm sorry guys, I was a kid and my parents were working there, but if Akari is possibly after this thing, I remember my mom telling me that it was a possible prevention for cyberpsychosis, and here we have an image of something that looks like a brain. Here we have your dad's brain being whatever it is, divided, split, compartmentalized, which is stuff that I have never heard of even on the street or wherever. You know, and we don't even have a key for it. I think we're right. I think we're right back at it. I think we're at war with Akari again. And I think...
Akari's gone, though. Really, it's just the remains of the people who, like her dad, who just...
But that's what I mean.
Have all that Omega nonsense in their brains.
Well, if they're traveling all the way over here for it.
But then, Sovoil.
Yeah.
Are they just being used by Militech so that Militech could cover its tracks and like hire some
I don't know about
overseas
that
stuff? Or is Sovoil, does Sovoil know something as well?
I don't think Militech necessarily needs Sovoil in this case.
No.
I mean, Militech has all those Akari
if
people
Militech
locked up.
Just plausible deniability.
From talking with my dad, if Militech had a whiff of what was going on, then it's likely Sovoil also had a whiff of what's going on, and it's just taken them this long to get over here and try and do something.
So
about
it's just another, they're just another player trying to get the prize.
Could be.
That's 3.
Would I know? Would I be aware of the Omega Tech connection, and then that meaning Poltergeist's connection to any of this? Or
I don't think
Ricky,
you
if
would.
anyone would know, right? Because you knew Red Ghost. Okay.
I did.
I don't know how much you guys, I mean, you've known each other a long time, so I don't know. You definitely had a moment in Ricky's apartment where he talked about his parents' company.
There's very little that I remember that I wouldn't have shared with you in the last 3 years. So, unless I didn't remember it or I'm just recalling it now.
Right. Yeah. I didn't know.
But I definitely would have told you, everything I knew about how they went and why and where my, hatred of corpos had come from.
Right.
And it came from this, right? And like even my parents themselves, I would have also told you, weren't really that interested in working for corpos. They were kind of like removing themselves. It was Red Ghost who discovered them, and they're like, you are brilliant. Please come work for me. I'm trying to do some good things. Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh, this guy's great, so we're gonna work with him.
I'm just trying to like figure out if Nautica would be connecting this tech with Red Ghost and therefore Poltergeist. Just like...
Yeah, I mean, you know about Omega.
Yeah.
So...
But, sorry, another history check here.
Mm-hmm.
Just this Edge of Extinction history check. Do we know that Red Ghost is her grandfather? We know this?
Yes, I know it with my face.
Yeah. With my face, that's right. Yeah, no, my face too.
Yeah, that's how you met.
Yeah. So, no, that's right. That's right. But not just her mentor, her freaking grandfather.
Yeah. I think she told us that when we met.
Okay, great.
Let's see. Would DG know that you guys took down Akari? Seems unlikely. Yeah, if you share this bit about Omega Tech and helping soldiers, this rings a bell with you, Loren. Mm-hmm. You remember getting out of the service, you would get flyers or messages for like experimental treatment, and you knew some people in the service that like had gone full psycho. In fact, that's probably a lot of what was turned you off about the whole situation. Mm-hmm. Let's see. You might know somebody.
I wouldn't be listening though to their conversation.
You're not even listening?
No, I'd either be brain dancing or I'd be reading a book or something.
Okay.
But if I heard like a couple of snippets passing by or whatever, then it would definitely bring me back.
Yeah, sure. So, it occurs to you that you do remember this program for soldiers. Not much more than that, though.
Okay.
So, anyway.
I revealed this tidbit to the room and to Mel.
Yeah, this is... Okay, this is all very fascinating, but right now we've got 3 bears, and we're looking a little like Goldilocks right here.
Well, 2 bears. And I pat the cleaver. And let me tell
Fair
you,
enough.
this Goldilocks is ready to pounce whenever I get the word. So.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll back a little bit. You were talking about putting one corporation against another. This is we want to be careful here because the last thing we want to do is try to start another war. We're trying to make life better, not worse. The reason we wouldn't want to bring Militech in to fight with Sovoil, and the idea that this Sovoil agent would be working for Militech is a non-starter. The reason we wouldn't want to bring Militech in or even let them know about this is it could breach what little peace there is between them. The last thing we want to do is give Militech a reason to mobilize and put the city on lockdown. I don't know if you remember, but it hasn't been 20 years, 30 years since this was more or less a police state, and life really sucked then. So and it led to the towers falling. So I would be careful there. Really, what we have is some people we probably are better off it's better off them being flatlined than us.
Yeah.
And if they get iced, I don't know if Sovoil has any ground to stand on in terms of retribution.
Okay.
I mean, they can still move against us, but...
So we take out Polar and Kodiak. That's what you're saying. And then that leaves us with... that just leaves us with... Arasaka, our friend Jean. Who, by the way, has us on a time limit.
Yeah. He gave me a crane to put in the window if we needed help or assistance.
She kind of
and said if it took too long, they'd be finding me or my associates.
She kind of rolls her eyes. It's like, sounds like classic Sokka shit to me. All cloak and dagger and whatnot. But it's understandable. They need to be covert as well. They can't go announcing their presence too loudly. Well, one problem at a time. Anyone know the best way to catch a bear?
Lay a trap.
Honey?
Lay a trap. And with that, I think we're gonna go to break. Make sure you like and subscribe and all that. We'll be back after a few minutes and we'll set the trap. Hello! I apologize for this short interruption, but I wanted to offer on behalf of myself and everybody involved in making this show a heartfelt thank you. Thank you for tuning in and thank you for watching Cyberpunk Edge of Extinction. We hope you're enjoying watching the game as much as we enjoy playing it. Now, if you are enjoying the show, I just want you to know that there's a whole lot more Cyberpunk Edge of Extinction, so click that subscribe button so you can come back next week and not miss any of the action. One more thing, if you have a friend or a gaming group or anybody at all that you think would enjoy this content, go ahead and share it with them. That way we can continue to grow the community and share this game with as many people as possible. But most importantly, just tune in next week for more of Cyberpunk Edge of Extinction. Once again, thank you.
Our program is made possible in part by Green Tower Games, a friendly local game shop in North Los Angeles County. Visit greentowergames.com. And by subscribers like you. Thank you.
And welcome back to Infinite Sided Dice, where we've been telling stories and the dice have been deciding our fate. Let me try it again.
Not wrong.
It was funny.
You're not wrong.
Always failed.
This is just
it
back
was
from the
good.
break.
All right, we rejoined the crew. Keep it raw.
Keep it raw and real on ISD.
Gaming!
All right, yeah, we're going to edit all this out.
I'm going to keep it all in.
Yeah.
Blooper reel!
Okay, goofballs. This is serious stuff.
Right, we're using Poltergeist as bait. It's very
Okay, so we're back in at Knockouts, and you're with Melanie and Suvi from Danger Gal, and you're planning how to deal with these two scary Sovoil bears that are apparently somewhere in Night City and are hunting you guys specifically, or at the very least, Roach and Poltergeist were specifically on their list. What's the plan? Melanie asked. So, what's the plan?
Well, I think getting them to come to us would probably be the most advantageous avenue for moving forward, and so we need to figure out some sort of bait, trap bears, bear trap.
How do we get corporate assassins to show up for something that they want and not think it's a trap?
Well, we know they want her.
Mm-hmm.
So...
And they want the brain dance.
Yeah.
Honestly, they might not even care if they know it is a trap.
That's true, they just want you, and judging by the arrogance of the last guy, they're not gonna care if it's a trap. They're just gonna wanna beat you, fight you. So
maybe we just put out a flyer that says, meet us here. By the way, it's a trap.
Oh, wait. It is a trap. Maybe I can definitely use my resources to put out something on the scream sheets. I don't know. Just a photo of Poltergeist in a time and place? Or, like, what do you think would pique their interest the most?
A photo of you holding that sword.
Yeah.
Right?
Nice
that's more of a
calling card.
Yeah, that's a bit of a command.
Yeah. It's a taunt. It's a taunt for sure.
Or just subtle information that if they put 2 and 2 together, they'll realize that what they want is here.
Right.
And not necessarily. So I'm good with either approach. If you want to just put it out there and say, come on, I'm good with that. Or if you want to make it more subtle, I think that's good.
Yeah, I think, it's hard because there's a lot of options, but how do we keep other people from showing up, right? Because, like, we could just advertise the weapon as for sale and they would show up, but so would a whole bunch of other people.
Yeah, we don't want that.
So it's just a photo of you, but it's still, I don't know who else will show up if we put a time and place, you know? Like, how do we...
Can you and your crew or, Danger Gal or somebody find out some kind of contact info for these 2 assholes?
Doubtful. Let me put in, I can put in a call and see if if Blades can find anything, maybe like anyone talking about sightings or 2 huge bored out dudes sleeping in the alley, avoid. So yeah, I'll put Blades on researching that, the team on seeing if there's been any sort of whispers around town.
Well, speaking of Blades and the crew, the other way to go is not put it on the scream sheets at all and just put it on the street. And that's a way to get them to, I mean, that's what we used to do back in the day when we just wanted to get maybe like a rival crew to show up or something like that.
Sure. So like looking for poltergeist ghosts looking for Russians to fight and spread it? Like, what do you mean? What would we spread?
They're on the street right now trying to find out where we are.
Yeah.
So
maybe a bit of a shift in tactic, because part of the point of having a trap is doing something unsuspecting. Like they would be less prepared, right?
Right.
Sure.
I love the idea of a cage match featuring, but if we're going to do that, then what's the point of a trap? Just walk in the street and have a fight.
Exactly.
What I'm about is maybe getting a tactical advantage.
Sure.
But if you could start a rumor somehow about something that they're looking for, maybe this brain dance is really what they're after. Maybe just a rumor that the brain dance is wherever we want it to be. It could be here, it could be anywhere. We already have the van out front that they were looking for. They may just show up.
I'm only just worried about, obviously then Militech will also hear about it, and we don't want them down on us at the same time.
So then maybe not the scream sheets, but a street level rumor would be a better approach.
Yeah.
Maybe for a tactical advantage, we could have DG and the rest of the knockouts fighters staked out, ready to strike.
Yeah.
Overwhelm them with numbers.
Yeah.
As much as I'd love to one-on-two these guys.
Sure, yeah. I mean, if there's borged out, as you say, I know I'm only going to be marginally useful in the fight. You're our best bet. You usually work out. Last fight, not indicating much, but
there's a part of me, though, that is excited about where we're setting this trap.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we could be a little theatrical about it.
Absolutely. And it might be really cathartic for the rest of the Knockouts crew.
Well, is there any benefit of doing this at Dreamland instead of here?
No. I don't want to mess up Dreamland. I got a show there next week.
Okay, well, I don't think these folks want to mess up knockouts.
I mean,
Well,
knockouts.
I mean, right now there's no one in charge, so
Yeah, but people are still living here.
yeah, we're not gonna mess up the living quarters. We're gonna mess up the ring.
Okay.
What do you think of that? Street level rumor? Let them come to us. We set up.
Absolutely, yeah. I will still see if I can get any pings on if they've been sighted in any area, so we can focus what streets we release this information on.
Yeah.
Sure.
Starting rumors is my specialty.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So,
And then we could talk about the specifics of what we want to do when they get here.
Yeah.
First contact with an enemy can change every plan, but still, it's good to have a plan.
Yeah. I mean, kill them is the overarching idea of it all.
Yeah,
but
to that end, we don't want them to escape. We won't get a second chance at this. Maybe some people on the door after they cross
we'll
the
lock
threshold.
down knockouts.
Yeah.
Keep them in the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Sun Tzu's Art of War, he states that you let them cross the river before you attack to make their escape more difficult. So the further we can lead them into, if we're doing it here, the further in we can lead them, the harder it will be for them to get away.
Well, as much as I love an honorable fight, maybe we could lure them in and then have DG or anybody else up around the top of the ring and drop in a couple EMPs after I make, a hasty escape somewhere.
Yeah.
My thoughts exactly. Drop in a couple of EMPs.
Would it?
Fire up the AV. By not aerial vehicle, the audio-visual system. Crank some designer Bleak tunes at ridiculously high levels. If you don't have dampers, I'll get you some earbuds.
I admire your ability to brand any event.
And make it all about you.
I'm not Brett. Hey, don't give me a theater. There are lights here. And there's sound.
All right. You're in charge of that. Got it. So is there any, see, here's the thing. If if they behave the same way as this other guy, your Poltergeist is on the list, first of all. He was excited, it seemed, to fight you. I know we're talking about not tipping our hand too soon, but if they walked in and Poltergeist was in the ring holding a fake brain dance and said, come and get it, it seems like they're the type of people who would be arrogant enough to jump at that challenge and just would go in. Then you grapple hook out, we EMP.
What's the radius on an EMP? And what's the...
I think it's 10 meters.
So it might actually hit farther.
It's about that whole ring. If you were outside of the ring,
Okay.
you'd probably be okay.
And all joking aside, don't underestimate the power of light and sound to disorient them. If we drop the EMP at the same time that we're doing that, as long as you're out of there, it's a turkey shoot.
Suvi pies up. There is a decent chance that they're gonna have shielded Borgware. I don't put it at 100% likelihood, but if I were that Borged out, I'd probably have some shielding. So there might be a lower percentage of the EMP being as effective as you might desire.
Well,
But small
EMP and
effective.
regular grenades.
We could rig the whole place with explosives.
I don't want to do that necessarily.
Just
Maybe
an
just
option.
the ring.
Bring the whole place down on them. I mean,
Is there a way to hook up a netting and have various bombs, smoke bombs, EMPs, and grenades, so that once they're there and you're clear, we pull something and it all just falls on them?
yes. Just no smoke. I want to see them.
Yeah.
Well, Velma, dropping a net on a...
It's Looney Tunes as hell.
dropping a net could be something, but they're going to tear their way out. I mean...
No, I mean, like, it's holding up. Like, I'm thinking, like, when you have, like, balloons and then you drop...
balloon drop.
Yes, a balloon drop.
Instead of
but
balloons, grenades.
With grenades and bombs.
Okay.
That's... That's where I was going, but I didn't know if anyone in Cyberpunk World would know what a balloon
And
was.
we can put tar on the floor, stick them down, and light them on fire.
And drop feathers on them.
And then the walls go in.
And there's paint cans on a string.
I'm just really scared I'm not going to be able to fight these guys.
I like the idea. I like the idea of a balloon drop of bombs. That's badass.
That way we destroy a very limited section of, and then everyone's living quarters are intact.
Yeah. That sounds great.
We need to get a ton of bombs.
How long are these guys going to be able to live here, though? Even after this is all over?
Well, maybe we look into bringing knockouts under the branch of Dreamland. Who knows?
Ooh,
but
I like
let's
your
not
thinking.
talk business yet. Let's talk murder.
Okay.
The Edge of Extinction overall story arc is about Shitwrecked becoming a real estate magnate and owning all of Night City.
I'm playing Monopoly. What game are you playing?
She might not be a Kari anymore.
I built a hotel on this.
It's a timeshare.
I mean, Gio Campara's hotel
knockouts.
could be
There is
something
a
we could go.
vacuum.
The knockouts, bed and breakfast.
Real
The
estate
casino. No one owns that either right now. Just saying.
I think I'm going to crank Murder Machine, or is that too on the nose?
You're gonna what?
Crank Murder Machine Murder Machine when they get
Okay.
here.
Sure. I mean,
Great idea.
whatever. I don't want you. Do what you're gonna do with that. I don't care.
No. It's part of the attack. No, I'm serious.
Yeah, I know
It's
it is. I know
coordinated.
it is. I'm saying I don't need to know what you're gonna do. You just do it.
Okay. all right.
Trust you.
I trust you with this.
Creative freedom. That's
Yeah, you have
what I'm
it.
talking about.
Ricky's like the kid in a group project that gets to do the poster board. Yeah, just
I know.
like, here's some glitter glue.
Wait. I have a great idea of how to do murder. Okay.
So, the hell are you gonna
Murder
do
jazz
during all
hands.
this?
I'm sitting on the couch. I'm not participating in this
Do
conversation.
we need to worry about him? What's going on?
I would have dragged Loren into the conversation.
I did think so.
I would have forced you to be a part of this conversation.
No, I mean, I seriously was brain dancing on the couch.
I would have, like,
knocked it out of your head.
Well, then come do it.
I
Then
will
bring me
do
in.
it.
Come do it.
Roll back or whatever.
Roll back to when I go, is he okay? What's going on with him? Do we need to worry about this?
Loren.
I go over and I tap him.
And I pull the brain dance out.
Like, hey, we're doing murder. You in?
No.
Yes, you are. Come on.
Well, we're making some pretty big decisions about our place of living. Thought you might want to be involved.
I do not.
What if I told you we murder them or they murder you?
I mean, good luck.
So what are you're just gonna sit this one out?
You guys are starting a corporate war.
Oh no, my
No.
friend. It's already started.
You're participating in a corporate war, which I have no interest in doing.
They're coming after us.
We're just getting the 2 Russians. There's only 2 of them.
Okay, then get the Russians. And I lean back, light a cigarette.
You're just gonna brain dance during this whole thing?
You're bringing them here?
Yes.
Okay. I need to get some trank darts and a trank gun then.
That sounds useful. I
We're
like
talking.
that.
Now we're talking.
To put you guys out.
Oh my god.
No, I'm kidding. I'll bring you guys back up from the brink of death if you need to, but I'm not trying to piss off any corpos. I did my time. I served my corpo bullshit. I'm done with that.
Well, this is tacitly against that, and first and foremost, this is for survival.
I'm good at surviving.
Right. And we didn't ask for this. But I mean, there's surviving and then there's running. You don't want to run forever, right?
Well, I'm not running from anything.
Exactly.
Are they chasing me? Maybe. I did work here too. But it doesn't seem like it.
I think they're going to clean sweep.
Well, I think they're gonna take down everybody who worked at Knockouts until they find that brain dance, and I don't know if any of you have noticed, but Loren, you seem to be pretty invested in the brain dance, and you're hanging around Roach, who I'm sure is their main target.
That's none of your business.
All right, well, how about this? I get it. I get you're not gonna be fully invested in this. You have your own thing. I got it. Can you, in the midst of the fight, as well as helping anyone injured, just be Roach's bodyguard. Protect Roach. You have interest in that. Make sure he doesn't get killed. How does that sound?
Yeah, I can do that.
I love that. Great. We're settled.
You might also, if you have anything valuable here, I know you want to preserve as much of the facility as possible, but you might want to move some of that equipment out.
Sure. Your medical equipment.
You're
shove people in.
You're not just fighting these guys? You're gonna blow some shit up?
Well, we're gonna blow up the ring. And hopefully
Oh my god, what the fuck?
That's why I wanted to involve you in this conversation. We're making pretty big decisions.
These guys sound pretty borged out. It's not gonna... We need more than just guns.
We just need a starting advantage.
Oh my god. And like, I get up and I just immediately start moving some of my gear out of the way. Cause my shit's right next to the ring.
Yeah, move it.
Like, it's right next to the ring. Like, they come out off into my room.
Is it that room?
Probably.
Yes. So, yeah, if you remember the way the facility's set up, it's like the fighters basically exit the ring directly into the medical facility.
Yeah.
For efficiency's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I start shoving drugs and stuff in my bag and hypo needles and
Yeah, just packing up the whole place.
yeah.
Great.
And I'm the whole time I'm like muttering to myself like, oh my fucking Jesus.
Yeah. Great. So, rumors about a brain dance. Is there... We need to leak something specific about the brain dance, but maybe not the whole shebang. So,
let's just link it to the hullabaloo that happened, that all people are already talking about.
sure.
The hullabaloo that happened when Militech showed up because someone blew up the roof of a noodle house.
Yep. The hyper valuable illicit brain dance.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sounds like enough. That with that rust bucket parked out front ought to get them here. I mean, there's a chance they saw the tow truck pull it up from satellites, but hopefully not, because we need a little more time to prepare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of gear is Danger Gal working with as far as grenades go?
Well, our specialty is a more subtle approach.
Fair
But we
enough.
certainly have supply. We can source explosives if that's what you need.
Yeah. I mean, we can go to the wise man too and see what he has. If we're liquid and have some eddies on us.
Thinking we keep it pretty simple. EMPs and then frags as a backup. In case the EMPs don't work.
Yeah, a mix.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just wanted to, before we start the rumor, see if there's any rumors about Russians in any specific area of the city.
Great. So, yeah, what we'll do is we're going to use your roll ability to start a rumor, which, because there is truth to it. And judging on the success of it, we'll be able to one way or another, they're going to hear about it, I think. But judging by the success of it, we will be able to determine how much time you have to prepare and whether or not it will happen. They'll arrive at the time you want them to. Does that make sense? So you have to time it exactly right, finesse it.
Sure, yeah. I'm gonna use my luck. Because I'm scared. I'm gonna use 2 luck. Because this is my big contribution to the success of this plan.
I mean, it's essential.
Okay. 4 plus 2, 6 plus 6, so 12.
12, okay. So, better than a 10. Great. Okay, so you get started on that. You message...
Wait. Oh, yeah. Wait. Yes. Sorry. Wow, I got really confused. We're good.
Yeah, your roll ability is based on rank of 6. You message Blades and possibly Shelly or whatever, but you're going sort of street level on this. So between Blades and Rattlecan and sort of your whole network, you feel pretty confident that you're going to get the room route timed right. But how much time do you want to prepare for this? There's a bit of a clock. There maybe is some other things you want to deal with, but...
Yeah, I think we should probably grab our gear before we pull the trigger on this.
Yeah, absolutely.
24 to 48 or more?
I think we just need a day. I mean, we can grab gear quickly. It's not like we're sourcing anything ridiculously hard to get.
All right.
Okay.
Do I need to, would it be helpful for me to drop a little rumor amongst the fans too? Or do you think what you're doing is enough?
I think we're good. I don't want your fans accidentally showing up.
They would too.
Yeah, they would want to watch you fight, and especially with how theatrical you make it. Yeah, so I have, so we're all clear on the plan. I've got Loren on bodyguard duty for Roach. I've got Ricky on theatrics. I've got Poltergeist on battle tactics and battle in general. And I'm on rumors and any sort of backup assistance with my minimal combat skills.
Good job, leader.
Thanks.
You're like, it's really funny though. You are like, the Cyberpunk coordinator. You're making sure everyone's got,
Does everyone have their snacks? Has everyone eaten today? Go to the bathroom before we fight.
We're gonna do folded green napkin roll-ups on orange tables.
Ricky, take a jacket.
You are gonna get cold. You do this every time.
Fine.
Did you say green napkins?
You don't wear a shirt. You need a jacket.
I think I got a Velma thing going on too.
Her car inspired you.
Yeah, it's your car.
Well, we've got a van. Renaming the Roach Coach.
Oh yeah.
It might need a little work. I need to talk to Chino and Sparkplug about getting.
Yeah, I was about to say we know some
running
guys.
again.
Yeah.
You can travel at a brisk 40 miles an hour. I don't know if they can disable the ice cream truck song that it plays. Okay.
Let's grab some stuff. Let's roll.
Yeah, please.
24 hours. So night after this.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So let's go into setup. Ricky, what do you need in order to do what you're trying to do?
Well, power.
Okay.
We need power.
I put the power back on.
The power's back on. I swing by a dream. What the hell? Dreamland. I swing by Dreamland, grab my guitar and my amp and a couple of other things. But most importantly, make sure that we've got EMPs and grenades, unless I source that out to Poltergeist.
Sure. Yeah, I think I'm just interested in the amplifier setup. Like, what are you bringing in?
So, I'm bringing in here, I'll even tell you what's in my inventory here. Gonna bring in my Killstrom Banshee microphone, my Killstrom Sonic Boom amp, my Laser Light electric guitar.
God bless.
Right? And all that. Don't worry, I'll bust it out the right time. And then we'll talk about how we're gonna use that tactically once I have that all in there. And I'm gonna pick up some extra AP ammo since I sprayed the shit out of it last time.
Okay. Poltergeist. You're looking to source some explosives. You can either go buy them, like you said. There's also you're not 100% sure, but there's a chance there's weapons caches that you have there's a bunker just outside of Night City that you can visit.
Yeah, I think I'll check the bunker first and then go buy stuff if we need more.
Okay. Are you rolling solo on all that? Solo?
I think so.
Okay.
Unless Shitwrecked wants to come with me.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I just assume Loren doesn't.
Yeah.
Loren has other shit to take care of.
Yeah, he's moving everything. Yeah, because I need to pick up some shotgun ammo, and I want to pick up some grenades as well to help out.
Okay. So the girls are going shopping. Shopping episode.
For murder weapons. Get in, Luther. We're going shopping.
Sorry. Hold for fly. Okay. Loren, you're moving your equipment out of the medical facility on...
Right on the mic.
Hi, I'm the new DM.
I can't hit it off the mic.
My name is...
Okay. Loren, you're moving... Get out of here. Moving all of your equipment out of the Knockouts facility.
Yeah, I want to move it all over to Dreamland.
The idea is to get it into Dreamland?
Yeah, that's...
Okay. Yeah, you're able to, I guess, call in a Cyber U-Haul and load up your truck. Or maybe you go to Cyber Home Depot and just rent a pickup. It's not that much stuff. It's your cryo chamber. It's all of that. Dreamland, you get there and start looking for a place to kind of put it in, and you're like, it's a bar / what'd you call it? A diner?
Diner, bar,
Yeah, well, I'm not looking to set it up. I'm just storing it there.
We'll keep it closed for the night.
Yeah, your estimation is Dreamland is not a good place for a medical facility.
Yeah.
As such.
And then I want to get a trank gun and some trank darts.
Yeah, that's stuff. And you could also spend the day making your speed heals if you want.
Okay.
So if you wanted to re-up on that stuff.
Okay.
If that's how you want to prep.
Yep.
Okay. Shitwrecked.
And we said I do 2 a day?
Yeah, I think that's right. Maybe we can peek at that roll before we see.
I also pick up sound dampening earbuds for everyone. Earplugs for everyone. Yeah.
Okay, great. So, Shitwrecked and Poltergeist. You head to just sort of the outskirts of Night City. There's this sort of industrial area, and there's basically like a dry wash, sort of like the LA River is. And then underneath that, there's like the big hatch that you kind of unscrew and open it up. And inside is, let's roll a little bit. Roll percentage. Okay. You see for the first time, there's like a cot and like some dried food stacked up, like enough you're like, wow, you could live here for weeks, if not months. There's a little click a little thing and a little electric lamp lights up, and then against the back wall is just a rack of munitions. There is, let's say, do some rolls here. Ooh, good. 6 armor-piercing grenades or fragmentation grenades. The 66 big boom grenades.
Nice. Excellent.
There are 2 EMPs. And let's see, at least 30 rounds of armor-piercing ammunition, and then another 50 rounds of regular ammunition. There's 2 assault rifles. Ooh. A sniper rifle with a +1, a high quality sniper with a +1 scope, and 5 submachine guns.
Nice.
Now I roll good. No damage.
Guys like me.
No shotgun ammo?
Oh yeah, I left something out, right? Let's see what we got for shotguns. Yeah, not only is there a case with 20 shotgun slugs, there's an assault shotgun that basically has a fast reload on it. So.
Damn.
Yeah, honestly, I mean,
This is war chest stuff. Like this is to share and decide.
Yeah, I think.
we're doing a scene. Ricky.
Yeah, sorry.
Got so excited.
In
Luke Goblin over here.
In addition, you also see like a ghillie suit, like like compression wear. There's masks, like a gas mask. There's a tank of oxygen. It's basically like in case of nuclear war.
Sure. Question. There's not like vegetation or anything around in Night City, so what is a ghillie suit in Night City?
What does that look like?
Is it like metal bits? Like
no, it's like dirt camo.
Dirt
like,
camo, okay.
Like desert
Urban
camo.
camo.
Urban camo.
And there's
okay.
there's not really vegetation in Night City other than the sort of cultivated hydroponic gardens and things like that
Just
in Biotechnica.
curious.
But once you get into the Badlands, there's still scrub. You know, there's still swamp. Like there's the like brackish swamps of seawater running into Night City, and then there's the once you get into the desert, there's still like the toughest of the weeds are still out there.
Okay, I was just curious.
Honestly, Red Ghost was a little overkill with all of this.
Well, it's coming in handy now.
I don't
Appreciate.
know why I worked so hard to get good at punching if we were just gonna hoard a bunch of guns anyway.
Well, I
But-
mean, it came in handy the other day, so.
It's true.
Also, it's really cool. It's just impressive in general.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I mean, there's always a place to go if another tower goes down, right? So,
Hope not, though. Yeah, let's get this stuff back there.
do you want this, you can have this shotgun, this assault shotgun in the rounds. I don't use any of that.
Thanks, sure, yeah,
So,
that will...
we probably don't need to bring everything.
No, I mean, I know Ricky has a really good sniper already. But we definitely want that ammo for him.
Yeah, we'll grab all the ammo.
Grab all that ammo and...
Hey, you got a ping. Give me an extended magazine. Maybe night vision would be good. Blah 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 blah. Like it's a bunch of stuff, but it's a bunch of stuff like that.
I just send back an eye roll emoji.
Eye roll emoji.
I guess they did know you were going shopping.
Yeah, he's sending his list, his grocery list.
You pick up some kibble?
Do we need one of these submachine guns? Want to grab one of them? Who would again use them?
Yeah, I mean, I'll bring one, I'm sure. Maybe one of the DGs. wants it or something.
True. Yeah.
Doesn't really seem like anybody's style.
No, but it feels wrong not to take at least
we should
one.
definitely we'll take 2.
Okay.
So we'll take 2 subs. All the shotgun slugs.
Yep. All the armor piercing ammo.
All the ammo.
And the grenades.
All the grenades. And I'll take the snipe.
Great.
So, as you're packing up all this stuff, you remember a time when your grandpa left you in this bunker with the door shut for, you're not exactly sure how long, might have been weeks, just as a way of training you. You come to as you pull one of the ammo cases off of it, you see scratched into the wall, and maybe you also see this, a little like marker drawing of, you see the one little figure with long hair, holding a rifle, laying down, and then another figure in a chair behind her, and there's like a target. But behind it, there's like kind of the best interpretation of a rainbow with just a few colors.
Can I watch for her reaction before I say anything? Can I like try and?
Sure. What? If you want to make rolls.
Yeah, what kind of roll do I want to give
Human
you?
perception?
Sure, you can make a human perception.
For me? I don't know what that would. For you. Conceal,
I don't know if
reveal,
I don't know
conceal
if
your
you're,
feelings.
I don't know if you're trying to deceive or if you're trying to whatever. You don't have to do anything. What'd you roll?
I only rolled a 11.
An 11, so you get the sort of baseline.
Let me roll maybe it's persuasion.
I guess I'm just trying to see if I comment on it, will she punch me again?
Maybe it's acting.
Or not.
Okay.
I'm gonna do an acting roll because I think that's
you
funny.
make a roll. You can keep it to yourself. What Day wants to know is, does Shitwrecked think Poltergeist will punch her if she asks about the drawing?
You see no reaction.
You have to roll the not the literal dice. You have to roll the figurative dice.
She looks almost bored.
All right, let's get out of here.
Great. This place gives me the creeps.
Yeah. It's not the most homey, yeah.
I don't think anywhere in Night City's homey.
True, but this is less so than most.
Fair enough. All right, I'm sure Rocker Boy's gonna be stoked about these goodies.
Yeah.
Let's head back.
Roll out.
Okay. We meet back up at Knockouts?
All right. Yeah, if everybody is done, there's a pile of medical gear at...
Oh, I wanted to ping FaZe, well, not FaZe, anyone more responsible than FaZe that works at Dreamland, and just tell them to shut it down for the night, put like a cleaning sign out or something. Fumigation... close for fumigation, something.
Yeah, this isn't a hard task. Yeah, FaZe and Knuckles are totally capable of closing for the night. FaZe kind of whines a little bit like, how's FaZe supposed to make any tips if we're closed all night? Whatever, we'll find something to do.
Yeah.
Maybe me and Knuckles will go to a drone fight.
Great.
He's been trying to show me jujitsu. Okay, so Dreamland is closed for the night. Is there any... FaZe, any particular reason, boss?
It's not important.
Okay.
I think y'all just deserve a night out.
Okay. It's your call. All right, they close up Dreamland. You roll up to Knockouts with your newly acquired arsenal. Loren, or after you move all of your shit out, what do you do?
Then I'm going to, check on... I would have, before I moved the cryo chamber, I would have had Roach in there for the second day, and then moved it, and then just check on him, make sure he's okay, and just kind of wait for them to do their thing. I'd probably brain dance for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
After 2 days, Roach is in pretty good shape. So he's able to get up and go around with, he can move around a bit.
Oh, and overnight I'll let you use the garment bag. Speaking of healing
garment bag.
Healing up and
That's
such.
right. Yes.
Get your AP back. I mean,
Sweet.
your SP back.
Okay. Cool.
So maybe this is one issue that wasn't completely covered in your plan. If Roach is able to move around and leave, but he's kind of the bait, I mean, the brain dance is the real bait. Do you want Roach on site?
Yeah, I mean, if I have him bodyguarding him, so have him on site, but not in it, but where he's close enough to help if needed, if that makes sense. So like, maybe not visually, like right there, but still not far.
So you could hide somewhere or be up.
Hide,
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Do you roll in with the gear?
So excited.
You don't.
We have presents.
What do you got?
Got ammo for you.
30 AP ammo.
Is it like a box of stuff?
Sure,
It's probably in like duffels, I would assume.
Yeah, I mean, if you want a submachine gun too, I have that.
I'm like, zip. Oh my God. Christmas came early. No, SMGs are not my style, but what is this? And I pick up the assault shotgun.
That's mine.
That's hers.
My lady. And I just hand it over to you. Like a very good choice. Very good choice. I take the extended magazine, I fill it with AP ammo and just kind of gawk at everything else that's there.
Okay. Yeah. What is, were you going to buy a net or something?
Tarp, net.
I guess we still need to do that.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if there was just junk around here we could use, but yeah, definitely buy like a tarp. Probably be better because the net would have
That's
holes
pretty,
in it.
yeah, it is easy enough to acquire.
Okay.
Let's see, who's going to rig, though, this contraption?
Well,
I'm going to make a roll.
what role is it going to be and who's the best at it?
I imagine it's got to be sort of a basic tech. It's not a high TV because
Basic tech.
you're literally just like, but the thing is, like, a quick release is different than just like holding a rope and letting it go. The better you do it, the more likely it will be to be successful.
And it's a balloon drop situation, so someone's not pulling a pin and throwing it. So how do you arm them?
Yeah. So
Before
there's
dropping them?
exactly.
So that's the tech part.
There's
right?
some.
Okay. Sorry, I got way too technical. Sorry about that.
I mean,
Don't have a tech in your
What's
party.
your
as
best?
much as I love the idea of the net dropping, I mean, is there any reason we can't just all be up there and then
Throw
throw a
And
bunch of
just
grenades
start
at
tossing
them?
them in.
No. I was just thinking about it for efficiency, but if we don't think we can rig it properly, then we should definitely all just stand and throw.
I mean, we could definitely try.
We've got a lot of peeps,
Yeah, we do have a lot of people.
so we could literally throw a bunch
We
at
just
once.
kind of it's like the anti-surprise party. It's like we all hide, they come in, and we all say surprise.
Surprise! You're dead.
Yeah, I mean, I have very limited tech. I've got like a small amount of basic tech skills, but
We're dangerously overconfident about this plan.
like, let's. I think it's safer if we just set up people to throw. I think that's going to be safer.
Yeah, I think so too.
Great, so we can try the EMPs first. got 2 of them, it'll cover the radius so we can do 1, and if it doesn't work, I'm nervous to try and pull that card again immediately, just because I have a feeling they're gonna climb up the cage if it doesn't work.
Sure. What if we do 1 EMP with 2 regular AP grenades?
Yeah.
So that way, even if that EMP doesn't work, they're still hit with something.
Or just all 6 right at the top.
Oh, I'm fine with that. That's what I thought the plan was, but then you said 1 at a time, or so I got
I meant for
confused.
the EMPs.
EMP, so save 1 for later, just in case.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't work the first time, it probably won't work. Oh, unless we hurt them enough to damage their EMP shields.
Depends.
There could be.
I don't know how EMP shields
or
work.
overwhelm them because you're using so many EMP grenades. That might overwhelm their armor.
2 of them, yeah.
Protect-
I mean,
yeah.
I defer to Poltergeist on this. I don't know much about all the tech, the shields, and what might damage. I assume you might, just because you have more.
Is it? That is true. I don't know that much. Is it if let's say they have EMP shielding? Is it the type of thing where no EMP gets through at all, or a lot of EMP?
Do I know about EMP shielding as a fellow Borged out big ol' solo?
Yeah. There's varying degrees. But typically, an EMP, like usually there's better shielding on things like your actual linear frame, right? Mm-hmm. Because people don't want that to be affected and then they're stalled completely. There's less shielding usually on the extremities. So you might be able to disable a weapon or, but things that are like, if somebody has cyber eyes, they're going to have extra shielding on their eyes. So that they can't just lose vision anytime some a-hole with a 500 eddy EMP throws something at them.
Well, EMP grenades last for a minute. Hopefully it's over by then. But, after that minute is up, maybe we can try again if we think that's gonna work. I don't know.
Sure, yeah, let's do the 1 EMP with all the AP grenades. And we'll have that other one for backup. Either we decide it'll work later on in the fight, or we just have it for later.
Great.
Because if 1 isn't going to work, why waste 2?
The only part that really sucks is that I won't be able to get up into melee while the EMP is up, but, I got some good guns.
Yeah, let's...
How long does it last? A minute?
Minute.
Yep.
So, okay, also point, it doesn't create an EMP field for a full minute.
Right.
It does 1 blast that will disable electronics
and then
for 1 minute.
Okay.
And then you can go back in. And
Even better.
Will it affect my amp?
Is your amp in the
Yes.
middle of the...
If it's in there, yes.
If it was in there, yes. It has to be, you could put it up.
Put it on the
Like if it's
balcony.
up here or up here, it'll probably be okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna put it up a little higher.
And then jump down there with it or something. I don't know.
So here's the signal. This is how this is my idea for firing this off, right? I aim the amp, I point the amp at them. So just to educate you guys on the Killstrom Sonic Boom amp, right? This amplifier, it can be weaponized, right? To cause the damaged ear critical injury for 1 minute.
Does it damage a cyber ear?
It can, yeah.
Okay.
It can, but does not take the injury's bonus damage, right? So it's just basically like a stun.
Sure.
So that will work both to stun them, but it's also the opening signal to start tossing the grenades. We also.
Oh, you want to do it first?
Yeah. When I start wailing on the guitar, that'll be the time to start tossing stuff in. I'll be up here.
Gotcha. Well, why don't you could also be why don't you be in the medical area and then open that door, and then would that be a better aim?
Well, Wait a second. To
How are they going to get in there if not through the medical area?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that that's how you get. I
So
thought there was
front door is
another.
here.
Oh.
There is like I suppose there's like the public entrance.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking they were coming through.
But well, they could. That's fair. It's just if they're looking for the brain dance, I don't think they're going to be looking in the fighting pit for it. They're more likely to be looking in the offices, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And I will tie those. We'll aim all the lights into the ring, and all this stuff can be. All my stuff can be wired into my agent, so I can control it all at once. We can do the same thing. We can see if we can do the same thing with the lights and time them so that I strum. All the lights go in, so it's blinding and deafening, and then we're tossing EMPs at them.
Is there...
Do your lights... Sorry, real quick. Do your lights have a mechanical thing, or is it just like... not exactly flavor, but... It's just trying to blind them. Like, it's not like your boom amp that has a specific...
They're sound activated.
No, they're sound activated.
So then, I can set them also to like change colors. If I'm like, they're like, you know.
Right. So it will be distracting, but
They
it's
don't
not
have
like,
damage to them.
It's not like they get the damaged eye effect.
I don't think so.
Okay, that's all I just wanted.
Yeah, I don't have special lights. I'm using the lights that they have.
I love the idea, and damaged ears also could be very effective.
Yeah.
Is there any benefit to... Because if they're going to enter in through here,
Yeah,
they're going
I'm
to go
confused
through
with
everything. Is there any benefit to having someone throw the EMP and kind of like goad them into coming into the ring?
Well, I have a question in general with. But there is a public entrance that goes entrance to.
Like where
the
there's sort of
pit.
a bleacher. It would block all of our view. So there's a bleacher area here.
So couldn't we, if we get them to come in the front, they would have to walk through the pit or the ring in order to get to the offices, and we just stop them before they get
Yeah,
there.
so how do we do that then?
I don't think there's any... Mel shows up at this point. I don't think there's a real clear way to determine which way they're going to come in.
Agreed.
Okay.
They may actually... There's two of them. They may come from both sides.
So what if I'm out here and I can...
I thought you were the bait in the pit.
Well, the drive is the bait in the pit, but I'm just worried if they come in through here, they're gonna go through everything and trash the place or find the van with the other stuff.
Is it simple enough to just have you in the pit and scream, "Hey, assholes, come and get it"?
Oh, wait.
That's fair.
How about I just give you a spotlight?
Warriors.
That's true. We could over the amp too. You'd be like,
No, I'll give you a mark.
To rewind a little bit also, I want to clarify, I want to cover something that hasn't been talked about. I think Roach, if he was accompanying Loren, moving all of his stuff out of the medical facility, Roach would be like, if I'm leaving my van here, I'm not leaving all my shit. So let's put all that with your stuff at Dreamland. Okay. So now Roach's extra gear and like his duffel bag, his cases of brain dances are either on his person or so the van can be more or less empty.
Okay.
It has the door torn off it anyway, so
It does.
it wouldn't have been the safest place to just leave gear anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So back to spotlight on Poltergeist.
So they walk in darkness, and then spotlight in silence, right on you. You're like, hi, or is that too much? Is that too much?
that seems a little much to me.
All right. So what is the? So we're putting you in there as just to draw them in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the main point. How about the spotlight's already on?
I think we're getting hung up on details here.
No, details matter.
Spotlight, sure.
but you want them to see you. That's my point.
Ricky, you do whatever you're gonna do as long as I can still do my job.
No, just from a practical point of view,
I don't think there's anything practical about this.
Tactically, just wait. Tactically speaking, where do you want to be?
I think I'm
they
going to
walk
be
in.
in the center. I think that's what's going to happen. Well, I can't, though. I
Dead
can't be
middle?
in the center because of the EMP. So I'll be up probably in the rich people seats or one of those.
I thought the point was you were going to grapple hand out of there.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
I don't have a grapple hand. I have a grappling hook.
Grapple hook out of there.
And is this place pitch black when they walk in? This is the point I'm trying to
I
make.
think that the normal lights can be on. And then they walk in. As soon as she's clear, lights, you do whatever the fuck.
Yeah. No, I'm
Honestly,
serious.
honestly, I don't know if I like the idea of the amp going first, because that might give them time to get out of the pit before we throw any of the grenades.
No, we're going to do it simultaneously.
Okay.
Right? It's all simultaneous. 3 seconds. Think of a round.
Sure.
Right? We're doing it all at the same time.
Okay.
I mean, one way or the other, it doesn't matter. If you toss a grenade, then I'm gonna.
Yeah.
It's simultaneous anyway. If you prefer to have the signal be you guys tossing the grenades in.
I think, yeah, I mean, signal the bears are going to walk in. You know?
Yeah.
We're all
they're
gonna
there.
see it.
They're there. That's the signal. They're in.
So, but to make maybe the lighting more disorienting, and this is my point tactically, then let's keep the place mostly dark and just have one spotlight on you, just already lit, right? And then the rest of the place is mostly dark.
Sure. I mean, I guess as long as it doesn't mess with anybody else's vision, you know, disorienting lighting goes both ways.
It's only going to mess with the vision of anyone that's inside the ring. So
Directional lighting down into the ring.
Okay.
Right.
If everybody's outside of the ring, it should be fine.
Right.
Sure.
Sounds like the signal is once Poltergeist is clear.
Yes.
right,
And then everything.
just step out of the spotlight, and we know.
Okay, so Ricky with his amp. Shitwrecked, where do you want to be?
Hiding. No, I'm just kidding.
Not
No,
here?
I'm gonna be on. I'll be on that balcony to throw one of my grenades because I'll have a
Okay.
grenade as well.
Lauren, where are you most comfortable?
So underneath the balconies, is there like a watching, like do you watch through the fence underneath the balconies?
So public viewing would be like through the fence over here, kind of, is the majority of where the seating is, or over here, yeah. So yeah, you could be under here, exactly,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, because I'd like to be able to get a good shot of with the trank gun, kind of like sit there and just wait,
Yeah.
you know.
Maybe for simplicity's sake, we can put you on this side so you can see where you are, and then there's stairs up if you want to go.
Okay.
Join the rest of the party. Okay, that's the 4 of you. Tiny pipes up. He's like, "You want to give me one of those grenades?"
Absolutely. And I text Tankarella, and Maniac. Do you want to kill the fuckers that killed Rhonda?
Roll 2 dice. Actually, roll persuasion twice, but I want you, because they're motivated, I'm gonna have you add 2 to this roll. I know it's not your forte, but also it's a good.
It's not terrible. 13,
13, yeah.
and then implode.
Okay. So, Tankarella is like, "Girl, you know I'm down." And she shows up a little before dusk. You can tell her where to stand. She shows up. She's, I don't know if we've described Tankarella. She hasn't fought yet.
I love her name though.
So Tankarella shows up. She's about 6.5 feet tall and maybe closer to 7 with her hair. Big, kind of gorgeous, curly hair, enormous hair. Always has a cigarette, but deftly holds it like between 2 fingers with like acrylic nails that are
Amazing.
just like super out, and they're those cool acrylics that go to a point, right?
Yeah, the
But
stilettos.
also, they're but in the dark future they don't you don't have to sacrifice on fashion. So like they're like super brightly colored, but they have like nail graphics on all of them. And she wears like, not when she fights, but whenever she's not in the ring, she wears like big dangly earrings.
Nice.
And she just fills up the room.
She's my favorite fighter.
Oh, I like her.
She's the one I root for.
Ooh, hey, Ricky Wars, you're cute.
So, how have we never met? How have we never met? I'm looking up at her.
I don't know, but if you want to meet the Tankarella, you got to come to me.
You're right. Why would I even think otherwise?
So what are we doing?
Well, Tank, we got 3 Russian assholes. I killed one of them. We got 2 more. We're luring them here, and we're gonna throw a bunch of bombs at them when they walk in those doors.
I think she would ask, what the fuck Russians want with us? But I don't want to hear the whole plot again, so we could fast forward that explanation.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's down to, she fights. I mean, they're all cage fighter, but they're all capable, but they're not,
Yeah.
you know, it was a show a little bit also.
Yeah, I'll give. She's strapped, right? She's got iron.
Oh, you know, baby. And she pulls out like a big, it's like a silver chromed out pistol, almost like cartoonishly shiny, with like a bone handle, and like it says like Tankarella like inscribed on the handle.
That's flashy. Is it gonna do the job?
Oh, it flashes and it bangs.
All right, I
Just
trust.
like me. I'm flashy and I bang.
I trust your judgment, Tank. You know, we got some other stuff too. If you want an assault rifle or
Sure, but if you need me to throw a grenade or...
yeah, grenade's gonna be first. We only got 6, and we're gonna be all throwing them at the same time. So.
Okay. I imagine you're going to be grappling out, so
Yeah.
you would need an extra round. So what we need is, there's 4 of you can be armed with grenades at the top of the place. You're going to need to be jumping out. You could toss one over the fence also if you want, or if you want to be using your other weapons, that's fine too. All I need to know though is who has the EMP and who has normal explosive grenades.
Sure. Do you just throw the grenades, or is there a roll on
so
them?
the way a grenade roll works is you roll plus your athletics, and that's how far you can throw the grenade. The rules are a little strange. What you don't want to do is implode on this roll.
Sure.
Right? Because then you don't throw it far enough to get out of the radius. But you're not throwing it very far. You're only looking to get over like a, hitting your mark. The thing is, let's see, hitting your mark, if you want to land it exactly in the right place, is going to be a 15. But the rule we use, deviates a little bit between tables. Whatever you miss by, it'll deviate 1 meter. So anything below a 15, you'll go 1 meter away. But you're kind of in this cage, so I don't know if there's really anywhere for it to go that it's gonna not actually hit the person you're trying to hit. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, even if it just bounces around.
You literally, I guess you could go like super maniac and throw it all the way over the cage.
Yeah.
But
Maybe we have Ricky throw the EMP.
because he's got the most likely chance of success.
Yeah.
Since I won't be able to.
I only have like a
Okay.
+2 to athletics.
So Ricky has the EMP. You have the regular grenade.
I mean,
Tank's got a grenade. Tiny's got a grenade.
yeah.
So we have 3 more regular grenades. So, did you want to throw a grenade, or are you gonna try to
Trank shoot
trank
right
them?
away.
Yeah, I don't need a grenade.
Okay.
Do we have someone else that can throw? Oh, we're saying that other people have less chance of a success. That's why you want me to throw it?
That's by you with the EMP, but also you're supposed to be strumming your guitar and do that. So, do we
have danger gals around? Are they?
So here's
Who do we get?
Yeah, we got Melanie. We have some danger gals. Part of what we're gonna do is we need to watch the door.
Yeah.
We need them not to get away. So I need to put a few girls outside the front door.
That's gonna be more important, I think.
She rolls up with 3 people. So here in the entryway. So Melanie, and then Suvi is here, and that's Suvi, and this is Kitty, who was driving before, and then this is one you haven't met yet. This is Rosemary, and they're kitted out with assault rifles, etc. Okay. So it probably makes sense for at least 2 or 3 to be on the door.
Yeah.
Or maybe more. I don't know.
Maybe one up in... Actually, let me do this in character. It's like... Melanie, what do we think about like one up in the lounge with me? It's also a good kind of command center spot because you have an overview of the whole thing.
Yes, sure. I definitely want somebody in there to know whether all of this mayhem is effective.
Mm-hmm.
And these positions will effectively be guarding this door, right?
Yeah,
in a sense.
For sure, yes. The people on the street level can also kind of see both doors. So anybody coming out that's not... Basically, once this starts happening, Melanie will say, anybody come out that door that I don't tell you first, you're going to open fire on. So if anybody tries to get away, they're going to get a face full of lead.
Who's going to throw the EMP?
Ricky.
So what I'm saying is, let's get a danger gal up there with me to throw the EMP.
Mel can throw a grenade if you want. She's plenty athletic. I mean, tiny volunteers, tank volunteers, but it's up to you.
Melanie, yeah.
Okay. So Mel is up here next to Ricky, just the way he planned it. And the 3 of them, we're going to put them on the street.
See how cool I was about that?
So cool.
Still made it happen, though.
Stealthing. Oops.
Makes it even cooler when you point it out afterwards.
No,
How cool you were about it.
We're just going to put,
cool, not modest.
Just for reference, she's on the street guarding the other door, so they have a sort of a pincer thing going on. Okay.
I guess we give these folks just the other set of regular grenades, too. So you can have 2, Tiny can have 2, because we have 6 grenades.
Right, yeah.
And then the second round you can throw again.
Mm-hmm, yeah, I'll take 2 of the...
It's going to get hot in there.
I'll take 2 of the armor-piercing grenades.
So you, Tiny, and Tank all have 2 regular grenades.
Yes.
Mel has the EMP.
Yes.
We'll give you the other EMP.
Just for later in case.
To have in case. You know, you'll be doing your thing, but once you're...
That's first round. So second round, I can toss an EMP.
Yeah, or later, or
if it looks like they shrug them off, I'll just start shooting at them.
Yeah.
Great. You have your Tranks, Roaches with you, Danger Gal's on the door, and then I'm calling them in. I think we're ready.
I agree.
Okay.
In the lull, in the calm before the storm, I pull Shitwrecked aside.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
What, Ricky?
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to see it through.
Okay.
Hopefully get through more of this mess to the other side.
I know it feels like you've been carrying a lot, but you know I'm right there with you.
Oh, 100%.
Right?
Yeah, 100%.
Carry any part of it with you.
No, I know.
Also, don't get hurt, because it'll fucking destroy me.
Yeah, I don't plan on it, don't want to, so...
I'm serious. Like, I don't know if I can handle it.
Okay, yeah, listen, I know my fighting limits. I'm not gonna be trying to get up close and personal with these guys. I know my strength lies in the planning and the plotting and the subterfuge, not the actual murder.
All right, that's cool. Everybody else here is... I love them. They're cool peeps. The 2 party members are... I kind of like how crazy and weird they are. That's really great. But you're family.
Yeah, your family too.
All right. Go fuck some Russian bears up.
Let's get some bears.
Okay. Night falls. You see Mel put her finger to her ear, and she kind of whispers to everyone, we got eyes on targets.
I turn the spotlight on.
It's like that really, for some reason, how loud lights are in the
Like, why does it make so much sound?
You hear the front door, not this door, you hear this door get kicked open. Nothing quiet about it. Heavy footsteps as they step in. And then you hear rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. You always get to go in. And then you hear one set of heavy footsteps. Medical facility opens. They kind of, they see that it's cleared out, but they kind of pull things open.
Hey, asshole, I killed your brother. You want this drive or what?
Tilting his head to walk through the door comes this enormous fella.
Okay, Juggernaut.
Word.
Number 2, waiting at the door, guarding their exit. And that's where we're going to end the episode.
I was just waiting for that.
All right, thank you all for joining us. It's been a fun one. It's going to pop off next week, so make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you're interested in supporting us in other ways, there's a link to our Patreon in the video description. We really appreciate all the support that you all have been giving us, all the wonderful comments. It really keeps us going, and we're really excited to share a lot more of Cyberpunk Edge of Extinction with y'all coming up. So we'll see you next time.
Do.